Good morning, dear students. So, today we are going to talk about relationship between polynomial functions and exponential functions growth. Okay. So, just you see, relationship means which is having a faster growth. I just forget about this exponential function. Now think about polynomial function. I have here written a list of polynomial function. Y equal to x, the identity function. Y equal to x square, polynomial function, no? Y equal to x cube, y equal to x 3 over 4. All these functions, let us see their graph. By means of graph, let us understand how they grow as the degree of this polynomial is getting higher and higher. See, here the power is 1, exponent is 1, here 2, here 3, here 4. If you look at the graphs of these polynomials, then you will realize one of the thing just like this. This is graph of y equal to x. Just you see, y equal to x. This is the graph which is passing through this origin and also passing through this point 1, 1. Okay. Now let us see the graph of y equal to x square. Y equal to x square, that also will pass through 1, 1, because if we take here x equal to 1, y equal to x, just here you take x equal to 1, then y also will be equal to 1. So that graph also will pass through 1, 1. But it will be little different because it is a polynomial function which degree 2. Just you see its graph. It is also passing through this 0, 0, and it is also passing through 1, 1. So a graph of y equal to x square is this one, y equal to x square. If we see the graph of y equal to x cube, y equal to x cube, that also will pass through 1, 1 and 0, 0. But it will have another portion in the third quadrant also, because it is y equal to x cube. For any negative value of x, just you think in the domain, if you take any negative real number, then the range also will be real negative number only, no? So then it will go to the third quadrant. But I am not going to draw that portion. I am just showing in the first quadrant only. Just I am trying to compare the shape of this graph. Means as we go from smaller power to higher power, how this the growth of the graph takes place. Let us see the graph of y equal to x cube. Just you see, the graph of y equal to x cube is this one. As it is the degree is getting higher and higher, the graph is becoming steeper and steeper. Just you see, the graph of y equal to x to the power of 4, it will be again steeper than the previous one, y equal to x to the power of 4. Got the idea? So you see here, in polynomial function, as the higher the degree, steeper the graph. Higher the degree, steeper the graph. Here the degree of this polynomial is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 4. As the degree is getting higher and higher, the graph is becoming more steeper and steeper. Just you see. Got the idea? So this is the nature of polynomial function. That means growth is higher when the degree is higher. For a polynomial function, our conclusion is, for a polynomial function, higher the degree, greater the growth for a polynomial function. Please remember this. So that is about polynomial function. Now you see here we have understood that y equal to x to the power of 100 or y equal to x to the power of 10, y equal to x to the power of 15 will have growth that way, means their graphs will be steeper than this. Now how is the growth is, suppose we compare y equal to x to the power 10 and y equal to x to the power 15, how the growth will be, how it will be faster. So suppose I take x equal to 1 in both this. If we take x equal to 1, y will be equal to what? Y will be equal to, suppose x equal to 10 to x, y equal to x to the power 10. Here if we take x equal to 1, it will be 1 to the power of 10. Then y will be equal to 1. Now if we take x equal to 2, then it will be like this. Y equal to, in this function I am saying, for in this function y equal to x to the power 10, I take x equal to 1. Then the y is equal to 1. But if it is y equal to 2, x equal to 2, then it will be like this, 2 to the power of 10. That means when x is changed from 1 to 2, then y is changed from 1 to 2 to the power of 10. Now if the same thing Same thing we do which the another function, say y equal to x to the power of 15. See, when x will be equal to 1 here, when x will be equal to 1, then it will be equal to, y will be also equal to 1. Y will be equal to 1. If x is equal to 2 here, then y will be equal to 2 to the power of 15. Just you see, when x is changing from 1 to 2 in this function, y is changing from 1 to 2 to the power of 15. But the same thing, when x is changing from 1 to 2 here, then y is changing from 1 to 2 to the power of 10. So just you see, students, here the growth of y is more than the growth of y here. Why? It is because of this exponent. It is because of this exponent. It means degree. So because the degree of this polynomial is y equal to x to the power of 10, degree is 10, and for this function the degree is 15. So higher the degree, the growth, faster the growth. Higher the degree of a polynomial function is the faster the growth of the function. Got the idea? So that's why we can see here steeper graph for a higher degree polynomial. Okay now, students? Now same type of concept we will bring into another form of function. Now see, another form of function means here, if you notice, in all this polynomial function, only the degrees are some say real numbers. N is a real number. Okay, but here real number, if we say, then also it is not specific. Actually we have to say these real numbers are say whole numbers, no? Whole numbers. So these degrees are whole numbers. Okay, so higher the degree here, the greater the growth here. Now if we change this, suppose there is a function like this, y equal to suppose 10 to the power of x. I have written y equal to 10 to the power of x, or I have written y equal to 2 to the power of x, or I have written y equal to suppose say 5 to the power of x. Means y equal to a to the power of x. That type of function I am talking about. Whether this type of function's growth is faster than the growth of this type of function or not. Suppose we are asked, is there any function whose growth is faster than polynomial functions growth also? If there is a question like that, means here we have noticed that between two polynomial function, which function's growth is faster, it depends on the degree of the polynomial. But is there any function whose growth is faster than the growth of polynomial function? If that type of equation arises, the answer is yes. There is function where the growth is faster than the growth of polynomial function also. Just for example, I would like to bring to your notice one function. Let us compare this function and this function. Just you see, this type of function where the power is a variable and the base is some real number, means some positive real number. Here it is base, this is called base. The 10, 2, 5, all these are the base. Here base is greater than 1. Okay, we are considering some functions of this type where the base is greater than 1. Greater than 1 means some positive real numbers. Okay, and the exponent can be any real number. Exponent can be any real number, but base is positive real number. So if the exponent is a variable, exponent of a function is a variable, then that function is called an exponential function. So what was my question to you? Is there any function whose growth is faster than the polynomial function's growth? If that is the question, our answer is yes. Let us see whether our answer is correct or not. Let me take this function y equal to 10 to the power of x and y equal to x to the power of 10. These two functions I am seeing, I am trying to see their growth. Okay, suppose I take x equal to here 1, then here also 1 suppose. Then 1 to the power of 10 is 1 and 10 to the power of 1 is 10. Okay, 10 is greater than 1. What I am saying by means of writing, I am just showing you. See, y equal to x to the power of 10 and y equal to 10 to the power of x. This is a polynomial function because here the power is non-variable numbers and here the power is the variable, so that is called exponential function. Means it is an exponent, the exponent is a variable, so it is exponential function. Now what I was saying that suppose we take x equal to 1 here, what shall we get here? Y equal to 1, because 1 to the power of 10 is equal to 1. Then here we will get y is equal to 10 to the power of 1, that is equal to 10. That means here the y is greater than this y. Let us take another number, but all the time it may not be, but after certain values of x, it will be always growing faster. This function will be growing faster than this function. Just you see. Suppose I take x equal to 2 here. Then if I take 2, y will be equal to 2 to the power of 10. 2 to the power of 10 it is. Nice. Here it is, if I take x equal to 2, x equal to 2 here, then y will be equal to 10 to the power of 2, which is 100. 2 to the power of 10, when you multiply 2 10 times, if you multiply 2 5 times, you get 32 into 32. So 32 into 32, what is the product? It is greater than, so here it is 32 into 32 is 1024, which is greater than 100. But you see, if you go on increasing the value of x, after certain value of x, you will be seeing that this is growing than this one. It is growing faster than this one. Just you see, suppose we take x equal to 10 to the power of 3. Suppose I take x equal to 10 to the power of 3. Then this function will be like this. Y will be equal to, it is actually x to the power of 10. Since x is 10 to the power of 3, it will be 10 to the power of 3 whole to the power of 10. And this function will be y is equal to 10 to the power of x. It will be 10 to the power of x is what? 10 to the power of 3. So it is 10 to the power of 3. So that is equal to 10 to the power of 1000. And it is becoming what? 10 to the power of 300. Just you compare both. Which is greater? This is greater. Because it is 10 to the power of 1000. It is 10 to the power of 300 only. So what you have noticed? When x is taking 10 to the power of 3 means 1000, then this is growing faster than this. So when x will be greater than 10 cube, we understand that 10 to the power of x is greater than x to the power of 10. That means y equal to 10 to the power of x is greater than y equal to x to the power of 10. So this function will grow faster than this. Yes, exponential functions growth is faster than polynomial functions growth. Okay students, so that we have understood. But that is not only our point today. We have some more things to discuss about. That is, you just see another point that I would like to say now. Here you see y equal to 10 to the power of x, or y equal to 2 to the power of x, y equal to 5 to the power of x. This exponential form, or something say y equal to say 5 cube. So for this expression we have another expression. Equivalent to this expression is one more expression, that is like this. Y is equal to 5 to the power of 3. Actually y is what? 125. 125 is 5 to the equal to 5 to the power of 3. Its equivalent expression is like this. We call it log of 125, log to the base 5 of 125 is equal to 3. Both these statements are equivalent. Any exponential form of a number can also be written like this. Means here we are talking about the exponent of the number. When a number is expressed in exponential form, then that exponent can also be expressed this way by writing like this. Log of means logarithm to the base 5 of 125 is equal to 3. Such a function where, but this is only for those numbers whose only for positive numbers. This expression only for positive number. That means any value you take for the positive base, say if it is base to the power of exponent, here the base is always a positive real number, okay. When any number, any real number is expressed in this form, that whole thing can also be written in this form. I am explaining to you a little broadly, just you see. To get the feeling of logarithm, let me give you some illustrations. Say 16 can be written as 2 to the power of 4. So this is called exponential form of 16. Exponential form means this is exponent, this is base, this is the number whose exponential form is given. This number is a positive number. We are talking about exponential form of positive number. Only for exponential form of positive number we have another expression like this. This number we can also write like this. We can talk about this exponent this also. Logarithm means logarithm to the base 2 of 16 is equal to 4. Means this 4 is expressed this way, log to the base 2. Both these are equivalent statements. Equivalent meaning having same meaning. Means suppose I have log to the base 4 of 16 is 2. What shall I understand? It says that 4 as a base, if you raise its power to 2, then it will give you 16. So 4 as a base, when you raise the power to 2, then it will give you 16. Correct? 4 square is 16. So both these expressions are equivalent expressions, giving the same meaning. So today we are going to talk about this type of expressions also. Means when a number is expressed in exponential form, that number can be written this way also. So suppose we can give as a definition, just you see. Because here you see what is the benefit of this. Suppose you have to multiply 16 and suppose 8. Think. You need to multiply. Why we need to learn this logarithm? That's I am giving the reason. You need to multiply 16 with 8. Then you will multiply like this. There are two ways of multiplying. One is 16 into 8, or you can multiply 16 is actually 2 to the power of 4. 8 is what? 2 to the power of 3. Then by the laws of indices, 2 to the power of 4 plus 3, 7 you can get. You can either use this product, or after multiplying this, what you get, that product you can use. So you see here, students, here the multiplication is actually used as a sum of powers, sum of exponents. Got the idea? Another situation you see, suppose you had to divide 16 by 8. You could also divide like this, 16 by 8 is equal to 2 to the power of 1, which could be done like this. 16 is what? 2 to the power of 4 divided by 2 to the power of 3. Then power if you subtract, that is 4 minus 3, that is 2 to the power of 1, which could be obtained this way also. So here you see this multiplication work or this divide work is reduced to addition and subtraction work. Here you see 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So this is a new finding, that multiplication of two numbers can also be reduced to addition, and can also be division of one number by another number, means quotient of two numbers can also be reduced to what called subtraction of the two numbers. subtraction of their exponential forms exponents. So this led to the thinking of that logarithm. Logarithm is nothing but all about the exponents of the bases. Okay, as I told you just now, here I have said that 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4. Again the same exponential form we write like this: log to the base 2 of 16 is 4. So we are talking about the exponent 4 this way also. Both are equivalent statement. So then if we have to know what is the product of 16 and 8, then using this form we can find out the product also, no? This exponential form. Then suppose 16 to log to the base 4 of 16 is 2. It means what? 4 square is equal to 16. So both are equivalent statement. So this is very useful thing in mathematics, that reduces our work. That's why we need to know this method. Let's see. So dear students, after this whole discussion, we are coming into a new point, that is we have exponential function. We have exponential function y equal to b to the power of x, provided this b is greater than unity, means greater than 1. Okay, means this, whatever the base you take, that should be greater than 1. And this x can be any real number. X can be any real number. Whatever the exponent, any real number you take, since the base is positive, so this result also will be a positive real number only. So that means y will be giving us positive real number. Positive real number. To give the feeling of this, just I am taking some numbers for x. Suppose x is equal to, in this function, x is equal to, I have selected say 1, say half, or say -1. Okay, just I want to show. And b, for b I have taken suppose say 3, suppose, or say 2. b is suppose 2. b is suppose 2. I have taken 2. Then b to the 2 to the power of 1, because I have taken x equal to 1, because y is equal to what? b to the power of x. So b is 2 for me. 2 to the power of, or say for example, say I take 4 here, 4, greater number. So 4 to the power of 1, then what it will be? 4. Now if I take x equal to 1, no? If I take x equal to 1, then y is equal to 4. If I take x equal to half, then what it will be? Y is equal to b to the power of x. So b is 4. 4 to the power of x is half, 1 by 2. That is square root of 4 is equal to 2. So that means if we take half, it will be 2. If we take -1, then you just see. That means when we take x equal to 1 half, then y will be equal to 2. Now if I take x equal to say -1, no? Then y will be equal to b to the power of x. So 4 to the power of -1. That means 1 by 4. 1 by 4. So it is still greater than what? 0. Still greater than 0. So you see, greater than 0 means it is positive number, 1 by 4. Again, how small I take it is. Suppose I take here -1000. -1000. Then -1000 means it will be what? 1 by 4. Just you think, y will be equal to b to the power of x. b is 4. 4 to the power of -1000. So 4 to the power of -1000 is what? 1 by 4 to the power of 1000. So 1 by 4 is what? 0.25 to the power of 1000. Just you think, when you raise the power of this 0.25, or you can write it like this now. Suppose it is 25 by 100 to the power of 1000. Then here 100,000 times when you will increase, here so many zeros will come, no? So then this number will be what? This number will be again greater than 0 only. It will be greater than 0, but very small number. So it will go on reducing. How small you take this x, but it will be nearer to 0. Okay, nearer to 0 you can say. If x is negatively very large, for this y equal to b to the power of x, if x is negatively large also, then also this y is equal to, y will be equal to nearer to 0 but not 0, So have you understood, student? What I want to say, that exponential function is just like that. We are considering an exponential function here whose nature is like this, that the base is greater than 1 and that x can be any real number but y will be always positive real number. So what we can say here, the domain is any real number, but range means the value of y. What shall we get? Positive real number only, positive real number. Domain is real number, range is positive real number for an exponential function. So we have studied the nature of exponential function. What is the link of this exponential function with our next point? Just that I want to say to you. Dear students, in these discussions we got that y is equal to b to the power x, the exponential functions. Here this is the domain of real number and the range is that is codomain is also real number, but you can say the range is positive real number. Range is positive number. Now you see, all these positive real number have their pre-image, that means, and that pre-image will be unique image only, because all these are, this is a one function, and that's why we can say that another function is there from these two days. That function will be named as log function. If then it will be named as log to the base b, this function, which will be from positive real number to real number. Got the idea? So for all this positive real number, there will be unique image here. Got the idea? So this y equal to log b to the of this x, suppose this is suppose x for us. Now that time it will be a logarithmic function from this to this, because from here to here, suppose you take here, as I told you just before, that b is equal to, suppose b is equal to, I have considered as suppose 4. Then when I take, b is 4, suppose when I take x equal to 1, or if I take x equal to -1, or if I take x equal to -1000, how this value of this y comes? No, y is actually, when it is x equal to 1, y is equal to 4. When x equal to -1, y is equal to 1 by 4. When x equal to -1000, y is equal to 1 by 4 to the power of 1000. That way you get all these are positive real numbers. Now each of these positive real number can be expressed in terms of this exponents. How do we express? As I told you before, just before, suppose you have got 16 is equal to 4 square. You write it as log to the base 4 of 16 is equal to 2. This is equivalent statement. So we are talking about that for every positive number there is a real number. For every positive number there is a real number related to, connected to. Means this is a positive number 16. For this positive number there is a real number 2 connected with 16 with a base 4, and this base is always greater than 1. This base must be greater than 1. So we are going to talk about this type of function. We can say this function is a logarithmic function. So students, we are going to get introduced with logarithmic function. So what is logarithmic function? We can give the definition like this. Logarithmic function: fixing a base b greater than 1, a function from a positive real number to all real numbers, from positive real numbers, not a, from positive real numbers to all real numbers is called a logarithmic function, such that logarithm of that real number is equal to another real number. Okay, where this real number is a positive real number. Got the idea, students? So if here also I have explained, if b to the power of y is equal to x, where this x is a positive real number. Got the idea? Then x to y is a logarithmic function, x to y. So now to understand it, how to apply this logarithm, let us see some more rules, laws. I am writing some more examples to get the concept of logarithm. See, 125 you can write as 5 cube. Then you can express this whole thing as like this: log to the base 5 of 125 is equal to 3. So 64 is equal to 4 cube. You can write it as log to the base 4 of 64 is equal to 3. Say 64 is equal to h square. You can write it as log to the base 2 to the base 8 of 64 is equal to 2. So 64 is equal to 2 to the power of, that is 6. So which can be written as log to the base 2 of 64 is equal to 6. So that is logarithm. That is, if say y is equal to b to the power of x, then log to the base b of y is equal to x. This is logarithm. This is logarithm. Okay. Means the exponent is expressed as a logarithm of y to the base b. Okay now? Now you see the laws of logarithm. Laws of logarithm. These laws are law number 1. These laws are actually like the laws of indices. Recall a law you got in indices, that is a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Here also we will have laws like that. Just you see. Suppose x is a number which can be written as a to the power of, say, n, and y also is the number, y also can be written as, suppose, a to the power of m. X and y can be written with the same base with different exponents. Okay, like say 64 is a number which can be written as 4 cube. Again 16 also is a number which can be written as 4 square. So just you see, both are different numbers, but with the same base we can express them. That type of thing, suppose I am saying. Now x into y, that means x into y will be equal to a to the power of n into a to the power of m, which is actually a to the power of m plus n. So xy is this one. Now when I will express it by using logarithm, so log to the base a, because here base is a, of xy, because the result is xy, means a when raised to the power of m plus n, then it is giving us xy. So that is what I am saying. Therefore log to the base a of xy is equal to what? What is the exponent? M plus n. No? Are you understanding? Because you see here when we write log to the base 4 of 64, log to the base 4 of 64 is equal to 3, you will write or not? The exponent will write or not here? So here what is the exponent? M plus n. What is the base? Here. What is the number? xy. We are talking about the what called log of xy. Thinking xy as a single number. As here the number is 64. So log of 64 you are talking about. What base? 4. So the exponent is 3. So exponent will be here, base will be here, log of this xy. Clear? Now it is equal to, so log of x, log to the base a xy is equal to m plus n. So log to the base a xy is equal to, m is actually, m is the logarithmic value of y, because log to the base a, no, because y to the power of y is equal to a to the power of m. So this can be written as log to the base a of y is equal to m. So that is m is logarithmic value of log to the base a of y plus then log this one similar way, log to the base a of x is equal to n. So this will be log to the base a of x. So what you have understood here, that logarithmic value of log of x into y is sum of the logarithmic values of this x and y separately. Means log of x plus log of y to the base, here in both cases base is a only. So log to the base a x into y is same as log to the base x, log to the base a x of x and log to the base a of y. Is it understood, students? This can be extended up to 3 or 4 factors of the number also. What I mean to say, suppose you are writing log to the base a x y z. It can be written as log to the base a x plus log to the base a of y plus log to the base a of z. Okay, this is first law. Second law is here. Second law, suppose x to the power of n is equal to, suppose say x is equal to, suppose a to the power of n. X is equal to, suppose a to the power of n. Now therefore what you can say, log to the base a of x is equal to n. Okay, log to the base a of x is equal to n. Now again you see here, suppose I have raised the power of this x equal to a to the power of n. In both sides we are raising the power to m. Suppose what I am saying, raise the power of this x to m is equal to raise the power of a to the power of n also to m, raising the power of both. Then what if we consider this as a single number, then we will get like this, log to the base x, log to the base x. Okay, before that one more line, see x to the power of m is equal to, this will be a to the power of n into m, nm. Now if I write as a log here, what shall I get? Log, this you consider as a single number, log to the base a of this x to the power of m. X to the power of m you consider as a single number. Like if I give x to the power of x is equal to a to the power of n, how do you write? Log to the base a, log to the base a of x, like that you write, no? This is x is single number, so that is equal to n. So like that you think x to the power of m something like y or z something. So x to the power of m is suppose a single number, so log to the base a, this single number is equal to, what is the power here of the base? For the base power is nm, so it will be equal to nm. So as we have raised the power of this x to m, then it will be a to the power of nm. So that if we consider and we write the log of this x to the power of m to the base a, it will be equal to nm. So now n into m, you just see what is n stand for? N stand for log to the base ax. So this n can be written as, or m in front you can write n, you can write this n as, using this one, n is equal to what? Log to the base a of x. So what you have realized now, log to the base a x to the power of m is equal to m times log to the base ax, as if just directly this power is shifted towards left hand side here. Means log to the base a, suppose 5 cube is there, sorry what I am saying, say log to the base a is suppose say like that, say 10 cube or 5 cube, then it can be written as this 3 log to the base a 10. The exponent can be shifted towards left hand side like this, and you can write the log of that number to the base. So one more example I am giving you. And suppose you are having here one question like this, log to the base a, and here it is given, suppose say L to the power of y, then this power will go to the left hand side, y log to the base a of L, like this. So this is the application part. So second law says that whatever the exponent if you are taking the logarithmic value of an exponential form, then that exponent will go as a coefficient there. Okay, that is the meaning of it. Second law says log to the base a, so x to the power of m is same as m times log to the base a of x. Okay students, this is our finding from second law. Okay, now we will see the third law. Suppose x is equal to a to the power of m and y is equal to a to the power of n, and you are dividing x by y, then what you will get? A to the power of m minus n. From here, if you write log to the base a of x, you will write m. From here, if you write log to the base a of y, you will write n. Now just you see, for this what will be the logarithmic value for this? So it will be log, since this x by y also expressed as exponential form, so log to the base a of x by y will be equal to m minus n. But this m stand for what? Log to the base a of x. So this is log to the base a of x minus this is log to the base a of y. So log to the base a of x divided by y is this one. So when it is about the logarithmic value of quotient, it can be separated by subtraction. That means log of x by y is log of x minus log of y. Log of first law says log of x into y is log of x plus log of y. No, same base. Log of x to the power of m is m times log of x. Okay, no? So first, second, third. Now we will see another law. Whatever the base, okay, if the base is greater than 1 or whatever the base, for any base, if the power is 0, the result is what? 1. For any base, if the power is 0, the result is 1. So log to the base a of 1 is equal to 0. No? So log of 1 is 0. Remember, because a to the power of 0 is 1. So log to the base a of 1 is always 0. Then you see again, a to the power of 1 is equal to a only. Means for any base, if the power is 1, the result is the number itself. Then what we will write? Log to the base a of a is equal to 1. Another law, you can remember this one. So suppose we write log to the base 10 of 10 is equal to 1 only, we will write, no? Because 10 to the power of 1 is equal to 10. Okay, 10 to the power of 1 is equal to 10, a to the power of 1 is equal to a. So these are the laws of exponents. In our next class, we will see again some more application of logarithmic functions as a logarithmic laws, and then exponential functions, where to apply we will see, and we will talk about some more about logarithmic function and exponential function also. So here not finished yet. Okay, thank you students.